Hi, my name's Michael Wagner and I'm here outside of our Dynamax Isata 3 24FW. 24FW is built on the Mercedes chassis. It's the 3500 chassis. Going to be right around 1,000 pounds of cargo carrying capacity with this unit, and we can tow 4,200 pounds. Underneath the hood is the Mercedes. It's the new 2.0 liter i4 turbo diesel. It's going to be 211 horsepower, 332 foot-pounds of torque. This is our 2026 new paint scheme. It's designed by Dean Laux. This is our Veracene Blue. It's now a 4-color paint scheme, all full body painted. We have the diamond shield up front. That's going to protect you from any rock chips. Up top, we've got our cab over bunk. That's an option here. I would say most dealers are going to stock it this way, but you can get a non-cab over bunk with some smaller cabinets up front if you'd like. Moving on through, we've got our aluminum wheels. So these are going to be our Mercedes aluminum wheels in chrome. We also offer that in a black wheel. Rather than having a fiberglass running board, which could, if you hit a bigger rock, could tear apart, this is going to be very heavy duty. It's going to be much more durable. Moving on over, we've got our side view cameras. So we've got a left, right, a rear, and a hitch view camera. That's going to be mounted up towards where your mirror would be in the cockpit. And you can toggle through whether you just want your rear camera to be showing, say you're towing. If you want just your hitch view to be showing, which is great when you're backing up at a tight campground. Moving on through here, this is a newer door that we came out with for 2025. What's nice about that is it's just got a nice seamless look to it. It's also has some built-in shades. Over here, we've got a lit grab handle. So that's great when you're at a campsite and it's dark out and you don't want to have your big lights on. You can just have your security camera and your handle on. Moving on over, we've got our Truma AquaGo. So this is the AquaGo Comfort Plus. We have a separate video on all the great features of that we had one of our Truma reps come out and do. For more information, click the link below. Storage, we have a compression latch storage with a very nice large campsite storage area with a low point drain. So feel free to get sand and dirt in there and you can just go in and hose that on off. One thing that you can't really see here, but underneath it is going to be your 2,000 watt inverter. So that 2,000 watt inverter is great because it will invert everything inside the coach except for your microwave and your air conditioner. So all of your outlets are hot inside. So that's a little bit of an upgrade compared to a lot of our competitors. Moving on over, we've got our TV clip. So if you wanted to have your outside TV, you take your TV from your bedroom, which you can just easily pull right on off. Stick that on the outside, and you've got your hookups right here. So HDMI as well as a cable hookup. Here you've got your LP Quick Connect. So this would be great for your outside grill, and that's just a very easy connection. One thing we have up top is our armless awning. So armless awning is activated very simply by going on the inside, pressing our extend button. It's a dual pitch awning. So the beauty of that is that it will shear water very nicely. You won't have the water that sits up on top, as well as it's great for those mornings and those evenings when you're sitting with a little bit lower sunshine. So we put this on all of the Isata products, so the Isata 3, the Isata 5, the Isata 6, as well as our Europa. And you could stop this at any point as well. All of these also will have your awning light to give you just a little bit of ambiance at night. These are all motion activated as well, so in the event that we do have higher winds, they will retract, which is a great feature to have. Moving on over to the rear of the coach, we have a lower bumper, which is great. We see a lot of these Sprinters that may have one big full-size cap, and that's great maybe from a look standpoint, but a couple things it doesn't do is those big caps are very heavy, as well as if you get in a small little fender bender, you're not going to have to replace your whole rear cap. You're just going to have to replace the bottom bumper. And so that's a huge advantage, especially in a campground where you have no idea who might be parking next to you. As I mentioned, we have got our rear view cameras behind us. So one is going to point directly down at our hitch. One's going to point more at a horizon view. Over here we have a 5,000 pound hitch on the Isata 3. And again, with the 3500 Sprinter chassis, it will pull around 4,200 pounds. So all of our Isata 3s have the Slim Rack Plus slide on it. That's a new slide that was designed and we made it as a running change in 2025. The nice thing about this, it has an upgraded motor as well as you don't have any slide stops. So one of the key concerns at some point in time was if your slide wouldn't run in and out because of low battery levels. This, you don't have to reset the slide with the new Slim Rack Plus, and that's a very nice upgrade. Over in this area, we've got just our normal camp hookups, 30 amp connection. So up on the roof, you will have a 15,000 BTU air conditioner with your heat pump. Also, you'll have a 200 watt solar panel. It's a glass solar panel on the roof. Over here, black tank flush, city water connection, cable satellite. This little area is very convenient for some of your camping necessities. So you've got your outdoor shower, as well as your water pump, security light, your city water tank fill switch, as well as just another great area to put some of your hoses and things to that extent, extension cords. There's going to be your all your flushes, and you can store your sewer hose right down on the bottom. The next area here, so this is going to have your generator. So we put the FlexPower 4000 watt generator on all of our units. They're going to be 50 state compatible, including California. Moving on over in front is going to be a large storage area. And that's always a concern with something that's a smaller 24-foot motorhome, is where am I going to put all my gear? And this has this answers the question here. Both passenger and driver's side have ample storage. And our last bay on the driver's side is our propane tank. So this is a 20.3 gallon. It's about 88 pounds of propane. So it's going to be the largest propane tank on a Mercedes Sprinter that you'll find. One of the great features to the Isata 3 is that we have 200 amp hours of low temperature lithium batteries standard. We're going to be in the stairwell as you enter the 24FW. They're low temperature lithium batteries, so they have built-in heaters and they will work below 32 degrees Fahrenheit. One feature that I really like are the windows that we have in the unit. They're dual pane acrylic windows. So you just pop the little buttons and you get a full opening. And if you got any bugs or anything, you can quickly bring your screen down. And speaking of screens, another really nice feature with this new door is that you can screen it off and you can have the nice air blowing through. Standard on all the Isata 3s are the swivel seats, and we also include booster cushions. So you can sit down and not have to sit all the way down on the ground. We also have a cocktail table that is going to be prepped on all the units. So if you'd like to install one of those, you can have those installed. Speaking of comfort, this theater seat is awesome. Super, super comfortable. Heated, powered, massaging seats. You've got your extra table there for your eating area. So we can recline almost all the way on back. Also has an adjustable headrest up at the top. So when I'm watching TV, which is conveniently located directly across, I don't have to strain my neck. I can lean right on back. All of our Isata 3s have solid hardwood cabinetry on our door fronts and the cabinet doors themselves. They also have some really nice clips. These clips are designed so they don't rattle. They clip in really nice so you can hear them clip on in. Then you don't get that rattle as you go down the road. Standard on the Isata 3 is going to be a 3-burner cooktop, and that'll be from your propane. Again, you've got a very large 20.3 gallon LP tank, so having the propane is great to be able to cook. We use soft close drawers on all of our units. Our convection microwave up on top. This here is going to be an 8 cubic foot, 12 volt compressor refrigerator. So this right here will bypass the inverter, so you don't have to have an inverter running, and it's going to conserve your electricity. Over on this side of the coach, we're going to have a nice sized pantry, again with soft close drawers. A little lower storage area. This area I find very convenient. It's pretty oversized, as well as look nice. For those that have a CPAP, a little cubby right over here, so you can set your CPAP up on top. It's also great for charging devices, a cup of water, anything to that extent. And down below, you've got a cedar lined wardrobe here for your drawers. Another little hidden area. This bed does fold when the slide is in, but it also allows you to have a very nice storage area. So I put my shades for the front in there. It's also great to store things that you don't need as you go down the road, such as maybe a case of water or extra shoes. Inside the Isata 324FW, you'll notice for a 24-foot 7-inch coach, pretty large bathroom. You've got a lot of underneath storage area, as well as your full house filtration system will be conveniently located underneath the sink. Upper storage area here, and then we've got a nice 24 by 30 inch shower with your skylight. I've got plenty of room. We use this Arcadia shower door here because it's rounded, gives you a lot of extra room on the inside, and then your elbows aren't touching the cold glass. We also use the oxygenic shower head on all of our units at Dynamax. What it does is it uses less water to give you higher water pressure. Up top, we also have a Max Air power fan. So conveniently, you can just press the button on and off. You can also set it to hold at 78 degrees. It's got a built-in rain cover as well, so you won't be able to get wet if it is raining outside. Also on the Isata 3, we have our Firefly multiplex system. There's a separate video on all the specifics on the Firefly multiplex system. However, this is really your control station for the coach. You can have everything from monitoring your tanks, to turning on your generator, to turning on your auto gen start, all your lights. All of our lights are dimmable, so if you wanted to hold down on the button, you can do that. This will also have your climate control, so your air conditioner, your heat pump, any fans that you want to run are right from here. Run your slides. And then we have some settings. You can also run your leveling jacks here as well. So this you can also get on your phone. You can download the Mira app, which is very easy to do. You can just hit the mobile app button. You'll scan the QR code and then type in the PIN to be able to have that from your phone. I like using that, especially if I'm at a tight campground area and I don't know how much room I have over when I'm running my slide. I can stand outside of the coach and control my slides without having to check every few inches when I bring that slide out. So very convenient. Up on the roof, you'll find a one-piece fiberglass roof that spans from side to side. There's no TPO, so the fiberglass is going to be much more durable. It sits up atop of aluminum structure that is going to be filled with batted insulation. So the batted insulation is going to be residential style fiberglass. So we don't do any vacuum bonding to our roof on the Isata 3, and that's for a reason. It gives it extra durability, and also it will give you a cleaner, more efficient air. You won't have the foam that breaks down over time, creating soft spots on the roof, or creates those little particles that fall out of your vent as you fire your air conditioner up. So it's much more clean. It's foil lined for the track where the air passes on through, so you're cleaning. It's going to be a lot cleaner, more efficient air. All right, thanks for taking a tour of the Dynamax Isata 3 24FW. For more information, please find us on dynamaxcorp.com or contact your local dealer.